Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Gawa here, and welcome back to another deck tech. Today, we're going to be looking at my Krenko Mob Boss EDH deck. I low-key consider this one a CEDH deck because it's super powerful. It really is. This is my first ever Magic the Gathering deck that I ended up building. And it's overwent a lot of upgrades and stuff. So yeah. Before we get started with this video though, I wanted to say sorry for the little absence. I was going through some stuff, and I didn't want to record when I was down and stuff like that, because it wouldn't make for the best high quality videos that not like I produce high quality videos, but you know what I mean. I also wanted to say before we hop into this deck tech here that I am super thankful for you guys. We recently on the Chatterfang video hit 1,000 views, which is absolutely mental. 25 likes and like a bunch of comments. The Magic the Gathering community, as toxic sometimes it can be, you guys really did stand with me, and I really appreciate it. I really, really, really do appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into the goblins. So our commander is Krenko. If you don't know what Krenko does, you tap Krenko, you put X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens on the battlefield, where X is the number of goblins you control. Just insane, you know what I mean? Like if you got 20 goblins on, you tap Krenko, it makes 40. Like it's just stupid. Stupid card. That's why I love him. So we'll get into the land structure of this deck. Post Malone land, Secret Lairs. Yup. So this deck consists of 25 basic mountains, because you are running mono, right? So you want as many as possible. This deck does run 29 lands in total. So for the heavy hitters in lands, we have Cavern of Souls. So on edge of the battlefield, you want to choose the goblins. Obviously, you add mana or add like colorless. Or you can cast a spell, a creature spell, and it can't be countered. So it's kind of a no-brainer to have in here with Tribal too. This one actually goes in my Slivers. That is another deck tech that is coming if you guys would like to see it. I'm currently building one of my last decks for a while, which is that. And then after that deck tech, we'll get into some videos, hopefully some openings or something. We have Shrine of Nyx. This one's a add 1, or you tap 2 and you choose a color and you add your devotion, which if you don't know what the devotion is, it's just those red circles up in the top. But yeah, insane card as well. Castle Embereth is just a red, tap for red, and then creature you control get +1/+0. And this is one that I don't see much people, loving, but this is a good one from the D&D set. You add a red, or until the end of turn, it becomes a 3/2 red goblin creature token. Whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. Really good, because you could just throw this out and be like, whoop, tap the land, attack, and Crank goes in, and you're like, oh, tap, that counts technically as a goblin. Yeah. Cheese shit. It's a goblin deck. What do you expect? So, to get into the actual things here, we have Goblin Recruiter. This is the best goblin card. If you're looking for a goblin card that you're like, what goblin should I put in my deck? Goblin Recruiter. He comes into play, you search your library for any number of goblin cards, reveal those cards to all players, shuffle your library, then put the cards on top. It's really good with like something, for example, like Rabble Master, where basically you'll take your goblins, you'll do like 4 goblins you like, keep this on play because it counts as a goblin. Then you basically, with, I think it's Ringleader or Rabble Master, one of the two, you play it, then you go, okay, you grab the top 4 of your goblin, like in the top 4 of your cards are goblins, you take them, you put them in your hand. So I mean, it's cheese. We have Krenko's Command, just a normal little one here for for creating goblins. You put 2 1/1s. You have Legion War Boss. Beginning of your upkeep, or beginning of your combat on your turn, create a 1/1 goblin creature token that gains haste and is tapped and attacking, and it gets +1/+1. Or you can give that to any lower power creature, which is really good. We have Zealous. When Zealous Conscripts enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent until end of turn. On tap, that permanent gains haste. This is in here just for the Kiki Jiki combo. Because we cheese like that. We got the Foundry Street Denizen. Whenever another red creature enters the battlefield under your control, Foundry Street gets +1/+0. So that can get absolutely insane with Krenko because, you know, you have 20 goblins enter, he becomes a 21/1. That's the only downside is a 1, but, you know. We have Dark Dweller Oracle, sacrifice a creature, exile top card of your library. You might play that this turn. You know, just goblins keep. Battleheim, add red to your mana pool for each creature you control. Again, you have 40 goblins, just say. Gets out of hand. We have Dragon Fodder, create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. You know, just the normal, just creating tokens. We got another one as well. We got Goblin War Party. Create 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, or creature you control get +1/+1 and gain haste. I just always choose the first one. I mean, it's a bit of an expensive drop at 4 mana, but I mean, you know, we ball. We have a Goblin Crate Maker. Sacrifice Goblin Crate Maker, choose 1. Goblin Crate Maker deals 2 damage. Destroy target colorless non-permanent land. He's just good. Just, you know, destroy just some land destructions. But, I mean, you have to sacrifice him, which kind of sucks. He's just another body to tap for Krenko. Lackey is honestly one of my favorite cards. The 1-drop. Whenever Goblin Lackey successfully deals damage to a player, you may choose a Goblin card in your hand and put it into play. Like, why? Like, it's just such a stupid card. It's so good. It's so good. We got Jeweled Lotus. You know we had to put a Jeweled Lotus in there. Shout out Adami if you're watching, bro, for the Jeweled Lotus. So basically, you know, you could just do a turn 1 Mountain into Jeweled Lotus, crack, turn 1 Krenko. Start with the Goblin trend. Okay. This is also another really, really good Goblin. Protection from blue, but whenever Goblin Piledriver attacks, gets +2/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking Goblin. Again, you attack with 40 Goblin, or you just say you're going crazy and trying to swing out and swing out with 20 Goblins. 20 times 2. We have the Secret Layers Rabble Master. I love this art so much. Look at this beautiful art. They're just running after him. Other goblins you control, attack each combat of Fable. At the beginning of combat, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token with haste. Whenever Rabble Master attacks, gets +1/+0 until for each other attacking goblin. So that's kind of like the Legion War Boss, but it's just 2 different variations of it. Come on. You know we had to have Dockside in the deck. Dockside, you know, just get you the treasure tokens for enchantments and artifacts your opponents control. Always, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you when I say this. Always use that card when someone's playing a Voltron deck. Always do it. Shout out KB for the Voltron deck. We got Mass Hysteria. This is a card I actually think is super underrated. I don't see much love for it, but basically just gives all creatures haste. It's just a 1-drop. It's just, turn 1, 1-drop. Everybody comes in. You just go with your goblins. You know what I mean? We have Conspicuous Snoop. Play with top cards of your library revealed. You may cast goblin spells from the top of your library. As long as the top card of your library is a goblin card, Conspicuous Snoop is all activated abilities. So, like, I'll just give you an example for that. So just say you're like, you played Conspicuous Snoop, Dockside's on top. It's going to basically get the same thing as Dockside. So it's just like Conspicuous Snoop comes into play. It's technically a Dockside. You get all these, and then you go, oh, draw for turn, Dockside. Let me play Dockside again. You know what I mean? Like, it gets goblins. Okay, listen. Goblins, I love them, but goblins are stupid. Stupid powerful for no reason. Next, we have Legion War Boss. Haste, whenever Legion Loyalist, attacks creatures you control, gain first strike and trample, and can't be blocked by creature tokens this turn. Again, me saying about that Foundry Street Denizen and the Rabble Master and the Pile Driver, you're going to get like a 21/1. As long as you still go through it, you got first strike and trample. So, I mean, you lit. The most expensive card in this deck, actually besides Jeweled Lotus, is Goblin Wizard. This card is insane. So you basically put it onto play. You add a red to gain protection from white until end of turn. You tap it, take a goblin from your hand, and put it directly into play. Like, cool. You don't have to attack. You just go. We have Hordeling Outburst, 3/1/1 Goblin creature tokens into play. Icon of Ancestry. This is basically just for the +1/+1. Goblin War Strike deals damage equal to the number of goblins you control to a target player. Again, 50 goblins. You're playing commander. Bye-bye, one person. We have Splinter Twin. This combos off with Goblin Sharpshooter. Just makes an infinite 1 damage loop. We have Soul Ring. A very nice Soul Ring, may I add. Velasquez Mons is basically whenever Velasquez Mon or a Goblin dies, deals 1 damage to any target. So basically, as well, I didn't know this until a little while ago. Tokens hit the battlefield technically, so you know people are killing off your goblins. You just go boom, deal 1 more damage. It's like Bogart shenanigans in here too. I got these 2 cards here. We have Goblin Instigator, 1 red goblin creature token, and each creature attacks this turn if able. I might get rid of Goblin Diplomats, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of it. We have Anger. You know Anger. Haste, as long as Anger's in your graveyard and you control a mountain, creatures you control have haste. Always just try to sack that with like Faithless Looting or something that's in this deck. We have Mog Catcher. This is another one. Search your library for a Goblin card, put that card into play, then shuffle your library. It's just a thing that can happen all the time. We have the Goblin Lookout. Sacrifice a Goblin. All Goblins get +1 or +2/+0 until end of turn. We have Krenko. Whenever Krenko Teen attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it, then create a number of one red Goblin creature tokens equal to Krenko's power. Insane. Deflecting SWAT, and we have a Mana Crypt. You know, you control it, you just basically redirect it. This is just really good. I just love this for Cyclonic Rift. If someone casts a Cyclonic Rift and you're like, nope. And we have the Mana Crypt. Everyone knows what Mana Crypt does. We have Professional Facebreaker. Basically, just create treasure tokens. Gives menace. We have Mana Vault. Add 3 colorless. Doesn't untap during your untap phase. We have Goblin War Driver. Battle Cry gives +1/+0. We have Perforos. As long as your devotion of red is less than 5, Perforos is a creature. Whenever a creature comes into play, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. So it's kind of crazy. We're just going to pick this deck up here. We have Vandal Blast, so you can overload it, destroy all target artifacts. Zorit's Monument is just a one spell. What's the word? 1 spell discount. Just something crazy. We have Warren Instigator. He basically does the same thing as Lackey, but he has double strike. And something I didn't know, if he actually connects, he does double damage, you know, so he does 2 damage. So 2 goblins come into play, which is just cheese. Throwing a God Pharaoh, basically beginning of your end step, you do damage equal to the number of creatures that you have on your board. Matreon is another crazy one. Whenever Goblin Matreon comes into play, you may search your library for a Goblin card. If you do, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Blood Moon, you know, we're playing mono red. You know, you got to make your opponents, you know, those blue-black players, those blue-green players, you know, you just got to make their non-basic lands mountains. We got Ogre Battle Driver. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Just another cheese one. City on Fire, bro. What a card from March of the Machines, bro. I don't understand. If it's source you control, so that counts for even like your goblin creatures, it gets triple the damage. So like every goblin, if they're 1/1, they become a 4/4. Oh, it's just, I can't even with that card. The Goblin Chirurgeon, which is basically sacrifice a goblin to regenerate a target creature. Jessica's Will. We have a Quest for the Goblin Lord. People skip on this card, but this card's low-key a banger. Basically, whenever you play a goblin, you just get +2/+0. Skull Clamp. If you saw my Chatterfang video, you know I love the Skull Clamp, just sacking creatures to draw cards. We have Brightstone Ritual. Add red to your mana pool for each goblin in play. So again, it's like the Battle Hymn, but it's just for goblins. Treasure Napper. Basically, if someone taps something for a mana, you just basically take control of that artifact till the end of the next turn, so they just don't have it anymore. We have Goblin War Chief. Goblin spells you play cast 1 less to play, And goblins you control have haste. We have Muxus, enters the battlefield, reveal the top card, 6 cards of your library, put all goblin creature cards with a converted mana cost 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Exactly, so you could use this with Goblin Recruiter and just, it's just insane. All goblins get +1/+1 and gain Mountain Walk. We have Siege Gang Commander, Faithless Looting, Coat of Arms, just disgusting world effect cards, just +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares the same type as it. We have creatures get +1/+0, add 1 mana, chosen color. We have Gamble, full art Gamble, beautiful. We have Goblin Chain Whirler. When Goblin Chain Whirler enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature, the planeswalker they control. Goblin Sharpshooter, just a classic. I love Goblin Sharpshooter. Such a nice card. So that goes good with Splinter Twin. There's the one I was talking about. When Goblin Ringleader comes into play, the top 4 cards of your library, put all Goblin cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library. We have Trash Master. Other goblins you control get +1/+0. You sacrifice, you destroy target artifact. It's really good. There's not a lot of destroying artifacts besides like Vandal Blast or Trash Master, so it's really good. Catholic Reunion. Sigil cost cast a spell, so you just pay 3 mana, you draw 3 cards. Panharmonicon, if an artifact creature entering the battlefield causes the trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Just phenomenal. Skirk, just sack some goblins and make some red mana. So you got a Soothslayer, sacrifice a goblin, all red creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn. We got Kiki. You just create a copy, so that will be with Zealous Conscripts, so you'll make infinite Zealous Conscripts with haste that it is attacking. Cheese. You have Torben Thane of Redfell, where he just basically, it deals that much damage +2 to opponent. So it's good because you basically just run him like Perforos all together, and it just gets crazy. There's the other one, the Bogart. Whenever another goblin you control is put into the graveyard from play, you may have Bogart. So you basically do 2 damage every time your goblin creatures die. Goblin Chieftain, haste. Other goblins you control get +1/+1 and have haste. And the final card to ruin everyone's day is Impact Tremor. So basically it does the same thing. So basically you could just have like almost +5 damage every time a goblin enters a battlefield. But yeah. So then we have a bunch of different arts here of goblins just for tokens. I have about, I'm not sure, a bunch of different arts that I've been collecting. Trying to get 20 different arts, but sometimes it's hard to find goblin tokens, bro. But yeah, we got some old ass goblins here. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you guys, have learned something from my cheesy Krenko deck. Again, thank you guys all for the support lately. It's been super insane. If you guys, like I said in the last video, if you guys like or have any suggestions or anything that I should do for this deck to make it even better, I'm all ears. This will be the next deck tech, hopefully, once I get it finished. If you guys want to see that, drop a like. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, I really do appreciate it. I love you guys. Stay safe. I'm so thankful for you all, and we gonna be back in the summer. We gonna grind on this YouTube thing. We're gonna grind 200 subs on the way, hopefully. But yeah, but always, guys, remember, if it ain't Gawa Gang, it's no gang. I love y'all. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay beautiful. Gawa out. Peace.